Get all the best team of the season's international man of the matches and upcoming footies through ufifa.com. Use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a huge discount. Link in the description. Go check them out. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the One and Up. It's been a long time coming, this episode, really. I mean, I've spent an awful lot of time just dawdling about, waiting for coins, getting coins, spending them on other things. But now, finally, we can jump back into it once again. And we're at the stage now, as you saw in the last episode, which wasn't actually that long ago, to be fair. We are pretty much looking for informs now. So all we need to do is score a goal with Samuel Eto'o, if you're not unaware of the rules. And then we get ourselves a one upgrade. And now the upgrades are at the stage, like I just said, where we go into a full inform team. So that's basically what we're looking to do. We are 10 goals away from the end of the series. There's number one. 25 minutes in, we are going to be abusing the living hell out of the glitch that is in FIFA. I say right now, it's been there since the beginning, but I've only really noticed in the last sort of month or so how easy it is to score from distance with any player, and Samuel Eto'o uses that little advantage to himself again there. You're not going to see the shot, but from close range, if you go back across the face of the goalkeeper, it's probably going to go in more often than not if you can hit the target, of course. And even though I was central with the last goal, it still works. 2-0 up, and there we go. We go 3-0 up, but it's not an Eto'o goal. We've got two upgrades. Çalhanoğlu made it 3-0. Great strike from the Turk. And we've got a 60% possession going into half-time with this one. We are absolutely dominating this guy. He doesn't know what day it is. Bellarabi picks the ball up here, gives it through to Akiki, as I say his name. Takes it around the goalkeeper, goes for goal. Easy as you like, makes it 4-0. Of course, I was trying to look for Eto'o, but he was so far out of it. I thought, you know what, it's going to be rude not to score this. 4-1, he manages to pull one back, then goes on the longest celebratory run you've ever seen. Bellarabi gets taken out, edge of the area, 73 minutes, red card for the defender. I think it's Sergio Busquets, actually. And then Samuel Eto'o pops up with a free kick. Great save from Diego Alves. However, we weren't done. You know, that guy's got, what, 10 men? We've got a good side. Ball played through here. Little layoff for Samuel Eto'o to grab his hat-trick. It's cheeky, and it's kind of wrong, but at this stage of the game, I don't really care. And that is a great striker up there from Akiki. Scores his second goal of the game, might I add. And that's a big thing as well. If a player who isn't Samuel Eto'o, or the one-and-up player himself, as he manages to bag his fourth of the match, if a one-and-up player goes on to score 4 or 5 goals in a game, it's no big deal. But if a non-one-and-up player scores more than 1 goal in a game, that is a big deal. We're going to throw in Schmelzer on the left-hand side. I know what you're thinking, that doesn't make any sense. How are you? There's no chemistry there. What are you doing? Well, we're going to switch things around, and we're going to get rid of Dickmeyer, and we're going to put in Maicon at the right-back position. So Schmelzer goes in over there, Hummels moves over, Goetze moves over, we've moved Akiki into the middle, Çalhanoğlu goes onto the right-hand side, who links with Bellarabi, although he is now being replaced by the footy Totti. And of course, Maicon goes in at right back. Footies, obviously, at the moment, they're just pink versions of the normal card. Not quite sure if that counts as an inform, but in my opinion, it does. So let me know what you think about that down below, whether I've cheated there. But he still cost me more than what the inform Totti would have cost, so I don't think it makes that much difference. And of course, Podolski goes in there at right wing. The majority of you would have seen the review that I did on Podolski a while back, and you know that he is a very good player. So very excited to get him in the team alongside his, well, the guy from the fellow league there, Samuel Eto'o. Those two going forward are going to tear things up. Speaking of which, Samuel Eto'o is going to get onto the end of a Podolski cross. In the 7th minute of the debut for Podolski, he gets himself an assist, not too shabby Alonso. Speaking of which, he's not in this game. Willian makes an effort out of nothing, really. The ball played through and he sprinted past the defender. The goalkeeper made a great save. Samuel Eto'o goes on one of the best runs I think I've ever been on, and that is a great goal from the Cameroon international. That is former Cameroon international. What a goal that is, by the way. And that's one upgrade in the episode. Totti then plays through Eto'o. He's in on goal, dances around. How have you not put that in, Eto'o? He's getting rusty. He's toward the end. You know, he thinks he's on his holidays, but he's not quite yet. And that is a fantastic goal. Honestly, you'd expect the goalkeepers to be slightly better. I mean, again, that's gone across the face of the keeper. The goalkeeper needs to be saving it, but he hasn't. That's the second upgrade of the episode so far. We're still in the first half, and he's dancing around the defence. The guy's got no chance, but the goalkeeper manages to pull out a late save to keep the guy. I say to keep him in the game. Oh, there he is. Maybe he still is in the game. 3-1 again, though, across the face of the goalkeeper. That guy's been watching my videos. 59% possession going into the first half of the second game. And it's dominating football right now. This squad is so good. Ball played through to Lucas Podolski in the 66th minute. Who is that? In support with Podolski, it is Samuel Eto'o, of course it is. Gets himself another upgrade, if you will. 89th minute, we've got another little cheeky ball into the box. Good save from the keeper. Throws it out. However, it's going to come straight back to Samuel Eto'o. Goal. That's number 5 of the episode, or rather of the match, I should say, and that is another 5 upgrades. Karius, the new Liverpool goalkeeper, however, we are going to use the German League version. He goes in goal there. Very nice goalkeeper. Of course, he made a mistake in a pre-season friendly, but what people failed to pick up is he cleaned up the mistake. You know, a lot of goalkeepers will make a mistake and it'll result in a goal. But he actually cleaned it up. He saved it. It didn't go in. So I think we need to look at that more than we look at the mistake. Rudiger goes in, as well as Jonathan Tah. Both German. One from Roma to link in Totti and Maicon. Very well indeed. And then Jonathan Tah comes in, a player who I have used over 125 times this year, and that's no exaggeration. That's how many games I've got played with that team of the season. Then I've gone on to make this decision right here. We've put in Austria Cup. Austria Cup. There is a team of the season version. He's not available, so I've put his inform version in for now. Dahoud comes in on the left-hand side of the central midfield. Love this guy. Did a review. Gave him a raving review, I believe. I think I've reviewed the majority of the players in this squad, actually. Especially team of the season-wise. But that guy, I love that guy. He's going to go and slot in there very, very nicely. We've only got one player left to upgrade. So what we're going to do in tomorrow's episode, I'm going to finish the whole thing, provided we can score 1 goal with Samuel Eto'o. Pretty sure we can, but all we need to do is score 1 more goal. Then I'm going to just go on some sort of like a clip montage kind of thing of games with that team. I'll play 3 or 4 or 5 games, whatever, and just score as many goals as I can, chuck it all into a little montage at the end and just talk over it about what I enjoyed about the series, good points, bad points, etc, etc. But again, like I said, I'll bring that out tomorrow, 100%. In fact, I'm going to go commentate it right now. If you enjoyed this episode of the One and Up and you've got a suggestion for that left wing, tough, because I've already recorded it. The problem is there's some twists tomorrow. There's some changing around. There's some movement going on. Okay, so just bear with me and watch it tomorrow to find out more. See you guys then. Till then, goodbye.